Probably should have done the dancing thing after. I'm a little hot, I'm a little tired. Whew. Hi guys, it's Miriam. I was supposed to do the video on my freshman year of college, which I did Tuesday. I filmed it on Tuesday, and I thought I could just film it and not plan it out. Like I thought I could just like throw something together. Yeah, I'll figure out what I'm gonna say. I didn't figure out what I was gonna say. It was just 45 minutes of unusable garbage. So yeah, that was a fun time. But in any event, I just could not focus on that video. I can't focus on anything. I can't sleep. I can't eat. Basically, if you follow me on Twitter, which I think is how I'm starting all my videos now because all my shit comes from Twitter. But if you follow me on Twitter, I have been, I mean, I don't want to say obsessing, fixated, that's a good word, on one Mr. Vincent Stapleton III, just out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like I did, you know, tweet about him being cute like a while ago, but it didn't really like hit me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, North's a good song, and yeah, he's cute, but I wasn't really too much even really checking for him like that. First of all, let's start at the beginning. So, whew, am I sweating? Whew. I have to wear this jacket for aesthetic purposes, but so it all started with this picture. Yeah, that's the picture that got this whole thing started. Yes. And I quote tweeted. Well, we don't really need to go into what I quote tweeted with. The point is, I said something about that picture, and it was the mob mentality. You know, that's what starts stanships. It's just the mob. You know what I'm saying? When I first got into One Direction, it wasn't just, oh, I think One Direction's cool. It was, I went on Tumblr and I was like, oh yeah, Harry Styles is really, really cute. And everyone was like, yes. You know? Everyone was like, yes, Miriam. And everyone was just egging me on, and I was like, well, damn, like, okay, he's not just cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to marry the nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I want to wife the nigga. You feel what I'm saying? What was I talking about? Anyway, back to Vince Staples. It was the mob mentality. All y'all were like, yes, Miriam, like, let's get it. Hey! I was like, okay, hey! Before I knew it, I was like a stan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like asking him, you know what I'm saying, how tall he was, and, you know what I'm saying, I listened to his album, which is so hard for me because I never really listened to new music because I'm kind of comfortable with what I've always been listening to. Insert picture of a Goofy movie soundtrack right here. If you haven't listened to Big Fish Theory, it's really good, and it's 36 minutes only, which is my favorite quality in an album, just shortness. So if you haven't listened to it, check my man out. If you've never heard of Vince Staples, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to put him on. All that being said, I never want to meet Vince Staples. Never. I know so many people on Twitter that have met Vince Staples. I'm just like, where are y'all meeting this nigga? But anyway, I do not want to meet Vince Staples. Ever in my life. Ever. And let me tell you why. So if you've ever seen the show Community, stay with me. This is an actual like tangent that, you know, is related to this. But anyway, if you've ever seen the show Community, Donald Glover's character Troy is in love with LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow if you're young, from Roots if you're old. Just kidding, you're not old if you remember him from Roots, just kidding. And he's so obsessed with him that he never wants to meet him because he's just so stressed about what he's gonna say and what he's gonna do. So when he does meet LeVar Burton, he's just like, and LeVar's like, hey, do you want to sing the theme song to Reading Rainbow with me? And he's just like, that'd be me if I ever met Vince Staples. I know myself. There's nothing cool that I would have to say to Vince Staples. So, yeah. I'm actually gonna need to take a shower after this. And it's the morning. I just woke up. I think like Vince's whole philosophy being nihilism, you know, like the philosophy like nothing matters, we're all just here for nothing, and life is meaningless, which is all good and well for his brand. But honey, let me tell you something. Like, you know, I've been reading his interviews and stuff. Okay, don't look at me like that. But anyway, I've been reading his interviews and stuff, and he's just like, yeah, life is meaningless, music is meaningless, my music's meaningless, I mean nothing, da 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 da, we don't mean anything. And I'm just like, sir, 2, you're cute, so your life is meaningful. 3, where was 1? 1, life is, well, I don't know if life is meaningful, but music is meaningful, and films are meaningful, TV shows, like, yeah, relationships with people are meaningful, but you know what else is meaningful? The stuff that you like. Things have meaning because you have deemed them meaningful. And I think nihilism is a good philosophy if something bad happens to you, because you're just like, oh yeah, you know, someone died, okay, well, life doesn't really matter, so I'm not gonna be pressed. But I think as an overall philosophy, you know, I'm just like, sir, do you need a manic pixie dream girl to get you out of that? I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. My email is in my channel bio. Also, speaking of his interviews, he said that he wouldn't date a fan, but I've really only been listening to you for the past 4 days. I've only really been a stan for the past 4 days, so I wouldn't even call myself a fan. This is just the infatuation. Like, this is the honeymoon phase, you know? So I wouldn't even really call myself a fan. Like, oh yeah, I've been here since like 2012. I listened to your first mixtape. I'm not even really too much sure if I'm gonna go back and listen to his other stuff. So I'm not even really a fan. So just putting that out there, right? I put out my age. I put out the fact that I'm not really a fan. And all that other stuff about nihilism. So yeah. I hope you guys have a great week. Whew, girl. And I'll see you when I see you. Honestly, if Vince Staples told me that I wasn't dark enough to be with him, I'd be like, thank you, King. Thank you.